Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with a Bitcoin crypto video. Man, I feel like it's been a while on the channel, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on over into our articles that we have for today and jump on over into the charts. Man, it has been crazy the past 24 almost past 2 days, really, with the crypto markets, and I've been really busy just trying to study the charts, see what I can tell our Patreon members and our group members what we want to do, how we want to trade this too as well, how we're still dollar cost averaging into the market, what coins have been popping off too as well. But let's take a look, see what's going on with Ethereum. Software hasn't eaten a wall yet at Wall Street, so obviously DeFi is going to be looking out to maybe take on Wall Street later on in the future too as well. And then what we got over here, JP Morgan Bitcoin exposure basket could be the gateway drug for clients. And as we start to see maybe an ETF be released as well, we're going to definitely start to see some more big companies jump on into this market too as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cue that intro and get started. All right, jumping on over into the charts the articles for today. I feel like I haven't slept in a while, so it's been a crazy past couple of days, and definitely trying to do my own due diligence, do my own study and research here. But let's see, software hasn't eaten Wall Street yet, but Ethereum and DeFi might be about to. Software is eating the world, wrote venture capitalist Mark Andreessen in 2011, and it did with gusto. Software has revolutionized some industries and undone others. Financial technologies, fintech software has been used by banks to digitalize the customer experience and speed up existing processes. Apps have replaced branches and algorithms executing trades, but software is now coming to Wall Street for the first time. Facebook's newsfeed came for traditional publishers with the rise of blockchain-based decentralized finance, DeFi, designed to replace the role of banks with blockchain-based protocols, and at a time when microeconomics conditions have left the banks vulnerable. DeFi, using cryptocurrency technology to recreate traditional finance instruments such as loans and interest, grew from a market of around 700 million in January 2020 to 15 billion just a year later. In the first few months of 2021, the total value locked in DeFi market combined projects has been more than doubled to around $40 billion, according to data of DeFi Pulse. Yeah, and DeFi Pulse is a pretty cool website. I don't know if y'all checking that out yet or not, but yeah, go check out DeFi Pulse. It has, it's basically like coin market cap, but for all the DeFi coins. TVL refers to the dollar value of the cryptocurrency tokens locked in the smart contracts of individual decentralized lending projects. There's an energetic group of DeFi market participants that have grown it to $40 billion, says Matthew Rosick, a billionaire venture capitalist and cryptocurrency investor, speaking over the phone. Rosick is the chairman and co-founder of blockchain technology development company Block, co-founded recently launched DeFi platform Vesper. DeFi early adopters, who call themselves degens or degenerates, are the testers. They're the focus group, but the real money focus group. Lots of real money is being poured into these systems with a high risk and high reward. So high as the DeFi risk, the community has its own name for them, rug pulls, when project leaders that promise sky-high returns disappear from the cryptocurrency tokens users have invested. Just last week, DeFi project Marketeer Finance claimed to have been a victim of a hack. Okay, yeah, and so we won't go too much further into this article here, but basically, with DeFi, the thing that I really enjoy about being early adopter in the crypto space and learning a lot of this for myself, to be honest, is that this is basically what Wall Street was trying to keep the small people out of, right? The financing aspects, the terminology that is used in finance too as well. A lot of the smaller people, such as ourselves, that are just trying to get by, don't understand a lot of this stuff. But the fact that DeFi has been implemented on the Ethereum blockchain and other blockchains too as well, we're starting to figure out this on our own of how the bank corporations, were using finances to their, help them benefit with yield returns and interest and, loans and other things of that such nature. So this is a great opportunity for you to learn for your own, because this isn't going away anytime soon. This is just blockchain technology is just making an opportunity for the small people to get involved in the financial space now. And so that's really what it comes down to, is that now the smaller people have an opportunity to be involved within the financial space as it continues to grow in the blockchain technology. So let's see here. Let's see. JP Morgan Bitcoin exposure basket could be the gateway drug for clients. Let's see what JP Morgan's got going on here. So JP Morgan is giving clients a way to gain exposure to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies through a structured note offering tied to a basket of stocks related to the asset. According to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filings, the notes did not provide direct exposure to cryptocurrencies, but instead are tied to JP Morgan's basket of 11 unequally weighed stocks that are directly or indirectly related to cryptocurrencies or other digital assets. The weights of the stocks in basket were determined based in part of the company's exposure to Bitcoin and liquidity. Given that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has yet to approve the cryptocurrency-backed ETF, these JP Morgan notes in some way circumvent regulation and represent an ETF or mutual funds of sort holding 11 stocks. The market value of these notes and payment of the maturity will largely depend on performances of the class of the common stock MicroStrategy. So obviously MicroStrategy is one of those stocks listed of the 11. Looks like Square is also listed in there, and common stocks of Riot Blockchain, which is a mining company, and NVIDIA Corporation, which all y'all know that is part of who makes these graphics cards to mine certain cryptocurrencies. Together, the four stocks of these companies make up 68% of the basket, according to BitcoinTreasuries.org. I'm kind of curious to see what Bitcoin Treasuries is. We'll take a look at this. It looks like this has a list of all the different assets here. I'm just curious. So yeah, y'all can definitely come over to BitcoinTreasuries.org and check this out for yourself. But it looks like it has a list of all the companies that are related to digital currency too as well. So very interesting. We can take a look at that on our own time. In a site that tracks firm exposure to Bitcoin, that the first three collective holds of 5.6 billion worth of cryptocurrency ever since August of 2020, when MicroStrategy disclosed that it was making a big bet on Bitcoin and its balance sheet. Its shares have soared along with the price of the digital asset. JP Morgan notes maturing from May 5th, 2022 cost a minimum of $1,000, and investors will charge a basket deduction, basically a fee of 1.5 that are structured that are maturity in a year or so. You reap the gains and losses of the baskets. Okay, interesting. So yeah, it looks like obviously JP Morgan has tied a somewhat of an ETF, quote unquote, to certain companies that are allocating possibly into Bitcoin or that have something to do with Bitcoin too as well. And that's very, very bullish. It just gives a way for the other big industries and companies to have exposure to cryptocurrency with large amounts of money. And because that's, I think, one of the big things is that how one of the big questions is how can these billionaire investors, if they want to put a couple of $1 billion into Bitcoin, is there a way to do that? And can they do it over the counter? That's the big thing. But obviously, if you're going through big banks like these and centralized banks, those billions of dollars are easily transferred in and out of these centralized banks too as well. So this gives an opportunity for those industries and companies to be involved in the crypto space, but through more or less stocks and companies that are working with cryptocurrencies more or less. So very interesting article there, folks. Let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts and see what's going on over here. We're sitting at about 8 minutes right now. All right, so taking a look at Bitcoin, this is where we're starting off with. Looking at the weekly chart here, it does look like we are in a little stair-step pattern down, but we're not even going to focus on the weekly. We're going to jump on over into our daily chart here. Daily chart maybe showing a little bit of a clipping down here on market Cipher B. Right now, Bitcoin sitting right underneath, or right at about $57,000. So definitely making a nice run up here. You can see that we did have our buy signal here on the daily chart with Market God, and that ever since then, that has given us a nice price rally up to where we're at now. So what we're looking for is probably some resistance above head, wanting to possibly break above our previous all-time high, which is right at about the $57,000 area. So we could be seeing a little bit of rejection here. As you can see on our daily chart, it does look like we are starting to put in a little bit of a lower momentum wave here on market Cipher B. So we do need to be aware of that. What we'd want to do is probably play off of some of the smaller time frames here. So let's take a look at possibly our 8-hour. Let's go into our 12-hour, 8-hour, somewhere right around there. You can see our 12 hours still kind of possibly wanting to give us a red dot down here on market Cipher B2 as well. But from here, from all the way down where we started getting into this coin and where we had mentioned it in our private trading group too as well, it has just been skyrocketing from there. So we'll take a look and see what we had posted about BTC too as well. Let's see, this was about a couple days ago. Things are looking good. Once on the 2-hour, gives us a green dot, expecting a move higher. Yeah, so you know, for the most part, the group, I was keeping them up to date the past couple of days here, and really just trying to help them out. And you know, we are now back on the grind, and still making sure that we are keeping an eye on these markets to see where we could be headed to next. So what we'd probably want to do is probably draw a nice little line, horizontal line out here for us, just to say that, well, it looks like Bitcoin wants to maybe pass its all-time high sometime soon, right at about $58,000 or so. So let's see what happens here at $58,000. Are we going to be able to push through this? And then also, as some of y'all know, we do have our 2-year moving average, which is sitting pretty far above head on us, almost all the way up to about $63,000 or so. And so we could definitely see a move up to that area if we are to break our previous all-time high, which is right at about $58,000. So we're kind of in a testy time right now. We're gonna have to see what happens here. If we break the $58,000 level, then yeah, we're looking for a move up to our 2-year moving average, which is right at about $63,000 or so. And that'll be a really, really nice move for us too as well. We're already starting to see some of our mid time frames give us market guide buy signals too as well. So we're definitely going to be keeping a close eye on that. Our money flow on our mid time frames is still looking relatively good for the most part. So I'd be curious to see what's going to happen here with Bitcoin at $58,000. Are we going to see that rejection, or are we going to be pushing a little bit further to the downside? We'll have to wait and see how time wants to play out here in the near term future. I'm sure we'll get a decision probably by the weekend, or by the end of this week, going on into the weekend too as well. And let's take a look at the altcoin chart here. So we're going to take a look at the total coin market cap, excluding Bitcoin, which would be our altcoins too as well. You can see that we had some lines drawn out here that we did break above and started to rally up a little bit higher here too. Let's take a look at our daily chart. What we were kind of looking at was our 2-day chart. We were keeping a close eye on our 2-day chart with our total coin market cap. We did get our green dot down here on our 2-day, and it looks like we've steadily been continuing up there too as well. Daily chart maybe wanting to give us a red dot here sometime in the near term future, but I'm thinking we'll more likely get a Christmas tree pattern that's going to play out here on the altcoin market cap. Let's take a look at our 8-hour possibly. We'll move on into our 8-hour, possibly our 4-hour too as well. 4-hour does look like we are getting ready to get a bounce here with our total coin market cap excluding Bitcoin, which would be for our altcoins. Possibly a green dot incoming here on our 4-hour chart. That'll be a nice little bullish move, probably to move past our previous all-time high here too as well with the total coin market cap excluding Bitcoin. So keep an eye out for these alts, man. Our group has been freaking they've been just at a loss for words here about some of the altcoin picks that we've had. So definitely a crazy and fun time to be in this space. And if you're curious to join us over on our private trading group, you can join us by using your debit or credit card through Patreon, or if you want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord. Everything that we post is inside of the Discord server, so if you do join through Patreon, make sure that you have your Discord server, or that you have your Discord username linked up to Patreon, and then you'll automatically receive that role for the Discord. If you pay with crypto, make sure you message me so that way I can get you that proper role, so you can see all the private posts that we post in there too as well. So folks, yeah, we're going to see what happens here with Bitcoin at about $58,000 or so. Let's see what happens going on into the weekend, if we're going to be able to push through $58,000. We're definitely looking for a possible move up to the low $60,000 area then after that. So keep a close eye on this, folks. I know I haven't been sleeping for the past couple of days just because it's been really, really exciting movements and price action. So, but hopefully I'll get some sleep here in the next few hours. So I'll see y'all in the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends and family so that way they can stay up to date with all the cryptocurrency price action and news that's going on in the markets of the year of the ox and bull run that's taking place right now. So I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.